Hey everybody, this is Carnabrin Plays Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I am Carnabrin, and so
hey Barrett.
It turns out
How's it going?
that there's quite a bit of side quests at this point in the game. So I have decided,
to join them,
in the past,
I've got another mess
to
on my hands
just
at the
play
moment.
through them,
Remember those
record
rumors
the
about a
game,
lab?
and
They're true. There is one.
and
Hidden
do
underground
voiceover
somewhere
later,
that's full of monsters. So Cloud,
because these
you can
quests
lend us a
are
hand with it?
long,
It's only a matter
numerous,
of time before these
not
monsters
particularly
come calling.
interesting,
I know it's a dangerous job.
and
But no one else can do it.
Well,
also
yeah.
long and numerous.
So help us out.
So I am coming to you from the future. I have
counting on
beaten
you.
the game now
Be able to
at this
rest
point,
easy once we know the monsters
and I have
are gone.
my opinions about the game, but I will not talk about them.
Not too
I will
shabby,
pretend that I
Alice.
do not have them for this
Why
video.
waste time crying when you could be doing something useful?
Yes. See? Like Marley just said, why would I waste time crying
Hey, Merc.
when I could do something useful,
some
like
gear.
record voiceover for a video that probably no one's going to watch. Alright, anyway. So I believe the first mission I'm doing is there are reports of monsters underground, back in deep ground, and we're gonna go investigate that. And yeah, and it has like a little screen that tells us that we can just go right back up to the surface, which is fantastic. And here we have another crawling under a piece of debris so the game can load. Yeah, that makes me wonder. I wonder if they re-release this for PlayStation 5, if they'll do something about all those loading time spots, right? Because there are numerous in this game. So much so that they throw off the pacing. Among other things that throw off the pacing in this game. I wonder if they would do something about that if they re-released it. Alright, I think we'd skip ahead a little bit here to an actual battle. Yeah, here we go. So we can hear the creature stirring in the distance of deep ground, which is apparently where we are.
Here I go.
Right behind you!
I remember as I was playing this, I was terrified that this would actually be, hold on, I'm gonna make a little noise. I was terrified that this would actually be, like, Dirge Cerberus stuff, but they don't really get too into it. It's just kind of deep ground. Which,
Finish him off!
is kind of stupid instead of incredibly stupid, which is what their Cerberus is.
Taking over.
I'm coming for you. Bring it on.
You're done. Don't stop now.
You ain't gonna get away.
All right, so get the crap out of these enemies. A little quiet there for a second. My brain got distracted. I mean, so yeah, so like the fighting, like the actual gameplay is what makes doing these little side quests doable. Because the fights are fun, and in these particular side quests, they're throwing you up against like stronger enemies, so you kind of have to like strategize a little bit. I'm hoping that in hard mode, which I haven't tackled yet, but I will probably tackle after all my videos are up, or maybe even next year, just to like get into the game. You know, the challenge will be there and it'll be more fun.
Keep it up, man.
Yeah, you too.
Okay, so we're a little further in now. I think we're right before the room with the noises. Which is this big, wide open boss room. And yes, and it's a behemoth. Amazing. I didn't really find this too thrilling. Behemoths are staple monsters in Final Fantasy, right? And this one is cool. Oh, excuse me. But I don't know. I thought there could have been something maybe a little bit more exciting down here. So the gimmick to this boss is it has different parts. I don't know if I realize it at the point I'm like at the point I recorded this.
Take the lead.
A little technical hiccup there too. But yeah, this boss totally has like multiple body parts you have to damage, weaken, and then you can do damage to the main boss. I've seen the video is actually really falling apart here. That is not great. Just ignore that. I assure you that the game itself looks beautiful. The recordings do not, possibly because I'm using an old capture card that is maybe 8 years old, something like that. Because they are expensive, and this one still works, as far as I can tell. So yeah, so I'm trying to get the item that this thing drops, which I forget what it is. If you go back on the scan page, you can see. In fact, drops an item. I think the item sounds cool, but I think I end up never using it. Whoa! Yeah, so at this point, I think I'm taking a lot of damage, and I'm trying to like figure out how to get in without getting blown away. There you go. So I use my triple attack to get him off Tifa, and then I immediately start like trying to get everybody back up to snuff. So in this game, you only get one all materia, or one magnify materia, which is basically just an all materia. I think they did that because they realized that having even two would be... I don't think it'd be overpowered. It would just be it would make things very easy to cope with. Because you can cure everybody, and then you can like haste everybody at the same time. So with the one that you only get throughout the entire game, you have to like make a choice. Like, do I want to be able to buff everybody at once, or do I want to be able to attack everything at once, or do I want to be able to heal everybody at once? You know, which is, I don't know. I think it's more annoying than you know, because like in the original, you're used to being able to like do these things. And even in this game, like you just don't want to spend time like buffing everybody or putting haste on everybody. You know? You don't want to spend time curing everybody. You know, just curing everybody one by one. Barrett has an ability where he takes most of the damage, so you can kind of focus heals on him, which is kind of cool. But I don't, at this point in the game where I record it, I don't know if I actually had figured that out yet, like how that works exactly. There you go. So you cripple a body part, and then the behemoth kind of gets stunned for a little bit, and it changes its moveset. It's like, so there it has an attack where it kind of flops on the floor and does damage all around it. And I believe you have a like limited time to damage the other body part. In which case, like right there, you'll stagger it, and then when it's staggered, you get the usual double damage. But it gets up like fairly quickly. And here I'm trying to figure out, like, do I attack the horn? Do I attack the body? What do I attack? And I think I actually just attacked the body because the horn was out of the way. I'm proud of his attack. I'm just trying to like just do as much damage as I can as the stagger meter slowly goes away, and then he stands back up and it's all over. So now I'm just pushing as much damage into it as I can. He blows me away, and then the whole thing starts all over again.
I've got you covered.
I gotta say, at this point, I am like getting a hang for the combat. This is like a new enemy, so like maybe I'm a little sloppy here, but like I really, was starting to enjoy it. It is different. I like that it kind of, there you go, an enchanted ring. Yeah, it sounded cool, but I remember when you get it, it's like not that impressive. What was I saying? Like, I don't think at this point I was like super, or as adept at the combat as I am now, but I was definitely like getting a hang for it, enjoying it. I enjoyed like going back and forth between characters. Like the game doesn't want you to just play Cloud or just play Tifa. It wants you to like really switch it up. And the enemies seem to aggro on the character that you're playing, which can be a little difficult. I remember wanting, and even during this playthrough, saying that I wish that a character had like a taunt ability, which
Don't overdo it.
I don't think any characters do have. I think there's a materia that kind of can draw their attention, but there's no straight up taunt like move that you can use that forces the enemy to attack it. Look at that. That's pretty cool, right? Like the slowdown is kind of cool. I remember in this playthrough I don't really like play with it like to make things look cool, but I like rewatching it now. Things are pretty cool, right? Like this game does look beautiful, but it has some issues that I will talk about later. You'll probably hear me have a straight up meltdown later on, which will be super fun to watch, I'm sure. Maybe I shouldn't give away too much, right? But I don't think too many people are going to be watching this sort of filler episode. And this is actually one of the things that bothers me is these little side quests. You know, like they have enemies like this, which feel like should be in the main storyline. But they're really just side quests, you know? They're filler. They're this game's filler, and it's really, like disappointing. You know, like the side quests, they're not interesting at all, and they feel like busy work, you know? And it's not really cool. Like I know Cloud's supposed to be a mercenary, and this is supposed to be him doing that. But you know, this is a video game. Like I'm here to have fun. I don't want to do a job in the video game, you know? There you go. I crippled both body parts in pretty close succession there, so now I'm going to try to pour as much damage into this thing as I can while we increase that stagger damage. I think I'm going to get really close and he's going to come out of it. And Cloud is like completely missing, I think, in the corner. Oh god. Does he still take the damage? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he took the damage there. I think if the limit break would have landed more solidly, it would be done already. As I'm recording now, it's like so unbelievably warm in my room right now. I turned the air conditioner off, so the recording would be as clear as I can get it. You know, I've been having some audio issues. It's like, but I don't know. It's hard to figure this all out. I should really like stop and just take a class on how to do all this stuff that I'm trying to do. But it's just hard to find the time between making the stuff and work.
It's on you.
I'm already normally low energy levels. I don't think I'm going to have a cool finish with this one. I think I'm just going to accidentally kill it with regular melee. Yeah, it's probably here. It's probably here. His health is dangerous and low. What is he doing? I think he's gonna drop. Yeah, he's dropping parts of the ceiling to like recreate meteors striking. Yep, there he goes. And that's kind of cool, right? I guess he's like a baby behemoth, so they're gonna give us the big ones later on. It's cool, kind of cool fight. So we got the behemoth horn, and then we can turn it in here.
You took care of those monsters? Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's one less big problem to worry about. We owe you.
I know it's tough right now, but stay strong, you hear?
You too, buddy. But hey, We're grounders.
Like you see this,
We
like
don't
these
break
interactions, they're not
I know it's not much, but take
great.
this with my thanks.
You know? Oh, you did the job? Thanks. Here's an item.
Should have gotten here earlier.
This is me checking out Walmart.
A pleasure to see you again, sir.
Walmart,
regular?
I should say.
We're here to see Andrea. Terribly sorry, sir. Mr. Rodea is currently training at the gym.
Oh, is
Since
he?
you're here, sir, might you favor us with another dazzling performance?
No.
I mean, the game's still got its sense of humor, right? Like, some of the writing is maybe not as great as it could be, but there are funny, legit funny parts. But the thing is a lot of them come from...
Hey, what's up, man? You vibing with this jam too?
No, not
You
really.
can have a copy if you want.
Thanks. Like, a lot of the funny moments, or the moments that make you smile, come from the fact that you love these characters from the
looking for a way
original
topside.
game already,
No one?
right?
And look,
Like, I'm not sure if I
security's
just played
so
this
tight
game,
these
if I
days
would
that
feel
not
that
even
way
a
about
gnat
them.
could slip through. Walmart's in a sorry state too. Cornell's men are turning it upside down, looking
And I
for
absolutely
Avalanche.
hate, to this day, that
The man with a gun.
we're treating these sex traffickers as if we're buddy-buddy with them.
But you might.
Like, this lady
Cornell's men are
sent
searching
women
high and
to
low
Don
for an
Cornero
Avalanche member who fits your
to go get
description.
raped and then
Shayla has
eaten by a
placed
monster.
very impressive bounty on you and your friends.
And we're just like, oh,
And
she's
a lot of
fine.
people are
She's
looking
cool.
to
She
get
helped.
Ain't these fools got anything better to do?
You should also
she's
know
telling
that you
Barrett
and that,
that,
automobile were spotted in the Sector 5 slums.
yeah, the Don Cornero's men, I
Apparently,
think, are...
you were loitering in a rather lovely flower garden.
Yeah, they're onto us, and they're in the flower. They're by Aerith's house, and Marlene's in danger.
This is bad. Really bad.
Let's move.
Let's move. Let's take our time to get there.
I knew you had a taste for danger, but this?
Oh, Cloud! Thank goodness you're here.
Hello.
A group of Corneo's men just came through, headed for Aerith's place.
That's
I don't know what
no
business
good.
they have with Aerith, but I know it can't be anything.
So I'm gonna go absolutely destroy these people. Here we go.
I don't know. You really think this gun-armed dude will come back instead of
I
us?
was like, right by. I was like, what?
Heard you punks were looking for me. Didn't want to keep you waiting.
Now I noticed the Tonberry in the back.
Should have known you were one of them.
But am I?
Whatever. Enough of this bullshit. Hey, let him loose.
Sure.
Ha. Y'all are in for a world of hurt now.
Everybody who's
Back
played
on
a
the
Final
face,
Fantasy
you hear me?
before is
See the
like
faces, though.
shitting their
Sure
pants at
ain't
this
gonna
point.
give us the bounty otherwise.
Ah! So you'll notice my teammates rush in, but I approach with extreme caution. I'm like, alright, if I'm not in front of it. And then I die immediately. And I was like, oh shit. So my strategy, I think, is gonna be to like weave in and out while like tossing Phoenix Downs around.
Can you fight? Watch yourself.
Guess it's my turn.
Right? So I'm gonna like run a character out, buff everybody, and try to like do little hits and then run out.
Take your shot. Coming for you.
Now, later on I figure out that you can actually protect against the chest knight with a certain material combination, or I can't remember. The one that guards against status effects and the dispel status effect. Will protect you against
You're
death.
nothing special.
It's
I
on
like
you.
how these guys are just
Need
cheering.
my help, do you?
Just cheering on the Tonberry.
I'm stronger than this.
Oh, he caught Tifa. Oh, he caught Cloud. I am become error now. I am quite terrified
Let's turn this around.
at this point.
Special.
Very upset. So I'm keeping my distance, waiting for that ATV bar. Trying to come up with some strategies. Part of me is like, I don't even know if it's worth it to cure because he just instantly kills, right? So I'm just gonna run around. Just gonna run around.
You're up.
I got this.
Trying to figure out how to approach because Barrett doesn't have his gun arm. look at all the distance I'm getting. It's like,
Be careful.
alright, so I get Tifa back up. Oh, I see that the computer characters like properly dodge out of the way.
Special.
Hey guys, you want to get the fuck out of my way? So now I notice he does something else. Sort of binds Tifa. I'm gonna try to get his attention without dying horribly.
Don't overdo it.
Yes, it's my turn.
Empty Barrett's ATB on this guy.
You scared of something? Time for some fun.
So I managed to, or he managed to miss that chef's knife.
Let's do this.
As I like run one character into attack, I like run another out.
I got your number.
If I like, remember to take a look at this. They're briefly, if they fail at performing an action, they are briefly susceptible to being staggered. Really, I don't even remember that. I'm sure I'm trying to discern some sort of strategy there. I can see the chef knife coming out. But Computer Cloud dodges away, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna try to yoink in the elixir. Didn't work. Come on. I see that he like slowly turns before he decides to go after somebody.
Try this.
Going for that stagger.
I'm waiting.
Backing off, backing off.
Time for some fun.
Oh, he vanished! Like a ninja.
Come on.
Special.
Bone deep rut.
Take a shot.
Oh no, he stopped us all. Oh god. Oh god. The urine is filling my pants at this very moment. Oh god. That's terrifying even now in the future.
Take a shot.
Oh, disappeared again.
Come on.
Time for some fun. Let's have some fun, huh?
I'm stunned, but I think this guy is getting low. Yeah, he's low. Oh god, now I'm stopped.
Time for some fun.
And I can do nothing but watch as he just slowly creeps over and stabs me. There we go, got him. Unfortunately, Cloud was down for that, so I don't know if he got any AP.
Okay.
No, not okay. Smash their
We won't
faces.
say a word to no one about you being here. Really? Honest?
That's right. You'll tell everyone we were never here. That the rumors were bullshit. And if we hear about you, or any of your friends, coming around here ever again...
You'll answer to my boot.
Oh, scary.
Miss?
You'll answer to my boot is not very Tifa, I gotta say.
What am I
A
gonna
little
do
weird.
now? Hey,
Okay, so then I
know
get
you.
this
you're Eric's bodyguard.
side
I could
quest,
really use her
aka
help.
mercenary
She always knew where to
mission.
find the best herbs,
And I
haven't
just
seen
have
her,
all the
have you?
items, so I just hand it to
I
him.
used up all my meds treating people injured when the plate fell, you see.
I see.
I could make more, but not without those herbs.
So what do you need?
You mean you're willing to help me out?
I think one of the
thank
things he needs is
You'd
actually
be
the
doing this
behemoth
town a
horn.
huge favor.
And I'm like, dude,
Here's a list of everything I'm looking for.
what? Yeah, I think I just talked to him. Oh no, I look at the stuff, and then I'm like, I have all this stuff. Yep. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I have this. I just talked to the dude again, and he's like, wow.
Did you manage to get everything I needed? Thank you. This ought to be more than enough. I can see why Aerith put her trust in you. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I'll
she
take it
put
from
her
here.
trust in us to
You've
save
done more
her,
than your fair share already.
but we're doing
Take
this
this.
shit.
I'm betting
Instead.
it'll come in handy. It's important to stay positive when times get tough.
Yeah. Yeah. It is important to stay positive. Fast forward!
I hope you will continue to help me gather vital information for my research.
Chadley, I hate you. I hated you from the first moment you spoke, and I still hate you. And I hate fighting the summons in VR. I think it's dumb. I hate it. I like fighting the summons before you get them. I don't like fighting them in VR before you get them. Anyway, so this is Leviathan.
Bring it.
And yeah, this is me just trying to figure it out. I noticed that his face is in the air, thus making this probably more difficult than it has to be. I'm noticing his weakness is lightning for some reason. Apparently he's a water Pokemon. Why isn't his weakness like getting frozen? Right? Like, ice is not water. Right? Like, why not ice? Why not we freeze him, like we freeze his tail, and then he can't move around. His tail's frozen. That's cool. I mean, lightning's fine, right? Because lightning and water, but like, so many things that all the robots are weak to lightning, and there's a ton of robots. So, just something different would be cool.
You think you can take me on?
I don't understand why they don't just have him flying around the whole time. You know? Like, even when he's stationary, you can just have him floating, like, his tail, like, in an S shape. Like, having him come out of solid ground is a little weird. I don't like it. So like this, like, flying around. Like, I don't want to fight him as a flying enemy, which, spoiler alert, later this fight will become that. But, like, just have him, like, be an S shape. Or you're just fighting like the front of his body, and the rest of his body is super duper long. Like in, you know, in Final Fantasy 15, like one of the things they did was they made Leviathan really cool. And he's huge, right? So why not have like a really huge Leviathan that you just fight like the face or something? That would be cooler than this. So now he's gonna do Tidal Wave, and I think he wipes me the fuck out. And I'm like, huh? What am I supposed to do? Oh no, did we interrupt him? I think we interrupted him. Which is fantastic. Very proud of you, past self. Trying to think of a strategy. Trying to think of a strategy. You know what sucks too about fighting them in VR? Is this VR battleground sucks. Look at how this... It sucks. It's like squares. You know? Like, it's so lame. Like, wouldn't it be cool if you were fighting Leviathan out on the ocean on a boat or something? Wouldn't that be fucking rad as shit? Ugh. Maybe in part 2 you'll fight the actual summons. And you'll fight them like in the real world. Because you don't get summons until later on. You know? So maybe that's how they'll have you reacquire the summons, is you actually have to fight them in the real world. That's an idea. But this is so lame. This is, yeah. I don't like this at all. Like, I like fighting them, I don't like where we're fighting them, I don't like how we're fighting them. I just think it's like, that did 5 damage, so I missed, so that's really annoying. Trying to figure out how to deal with this dive, it looks like it's really hard to, like, dodge, as I tried to do there. Barrett's down, gotta get him back. Move the old Phoenix down. There it is. So I'm like, I think I'm debating on whether I should use the limit or save it for when he's, yeah, so now he's gonna Tidal Wave us. So I'm like, you know what, maybe better I use the limit. But I don't think it works. I think he gets the Tidal Wave off. And he just wipes us the fuck out.
It's not over yet.
Tifa's still alive, but he's gonna quickly like dispatch her, I think, because she doesn't have an ATV. And she's down.
Stronger than this.
Down. Back to the middle of the fight, I think. Oh no, this is the beginning of the fight. So I went back in, more prepared this time. Attacking the wrong way because his face is up in the air. So I'm not super prepared. Zap. It doesn't really seem like it's doing a lot of damage, does it?
Any time now.
Maybe because of the hard edge. The hard edge doesn't really give you a lot of damage to work with. Here we go. Yep, let's try that again. Ready up. That's pretty impressive. Straight up a laser. It's probably supposed to be like high intensity, like water. You know, like those water guns that are like super, ow. They're like a very small point, high speed water, and they cut through metal. It's super rad. That's probably what that's supposed to be. Which is cool. I appreciate. I kind of wish Leviathan was more big, like more menacing, like bigger and more menacing, you know? I think having to fight the summons kind of limits them in terms of like their size, for this game at least, has to be, you know, like they have to be kind of shrunk down. Where if you just found the materia and you just did a summon and you know, it was just like a visual spectacle and big damage, like I think it lets it be more fantastic, which is kind of a little downside to doing battle with them. I mean, if you're gonna do it this way, you know, if you're gonna do it a bit more creatively, you can still have it be big and have it be a cool set piece, and still get the summon materia where it's even more ridiculous. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of like a mixed bag. I think a lot of the decisions they made in this game, like later on, sort of, like now in the future, like they don't ring as super positives for me. So yeah, so this fight is like sort of dragging on. Like I'm having trouble like just nailing it down. And I think the biggest problem is I wanted Barrett to get his ability that he has with his melee weapon, so I don't have constant like range damage going on. And I didn't realize at this point that I would need range damage for the last part of the fight. I think also that there's a weapon for Cloud that I could have acquired at this point that I just didn't realize that I could have gotten it. So Cloud's a little behind the times in terms of his abilities. So now he's using Tidal Wave. I think I'm gonna try to interrupt him. Right? Am I trying to stagger him? What am I trying to do here? I'm just gonna take it to the face and recover. Yep. Take it to the face and recover. I didn't even save an ATB. I'm very disappointed in my past self. Very disappointed. Ooh, come on. Ooh. It is by a stroke of luck that I defeat this, You okay? Pause down. Come on, past Vin. You're better than this. I think Tifa's gonna get hit by this laser. That is what I think is happening. Oh no, she's good. And she gets Cloud up. Okay. Now I'm gonna try to like pump damage into the thing just to get the ATB. Yep, there it is, and then I dodge away and I go for the carbuncle to heal us and shield us. Heal us, little guy! Heal us! Tifa went down.
I've got you.
Yeah, he actually is. He's healing us up. Oh, because Tifa went down. He's gonna heal us.
Thanks.
Oh, and he cured Tifa too. That's good. That's actually really good. I didn't realize that he resurrects as well. Wow, my shirt is. You guys want to know the wettest river? Never mind. I just thought it was a joke, but you have to ask it as a question. You can't just say it. And I realized that as I started saying it, which is terrible.
Come on.
The heat and the fact that I don't particularly enjoy the VR fights anymore are definitely wearing down on my conscience here. Or on my psyche. Alright, finally I stagger the fucking thing. And I have all my limit breaks, so I'm just like, do it! Do limit breaks! Do limit breaks! I'm like, Tifa, come on. Tifa, limit the breaku! Limit breaks! Destroy him! And he gets up so fast. I'm not even sure if Barrett's limit break hit him while he was staggered. I was so upset how fast he gets the fuck back up. Now he does this title roar stuff. And this becomes a range battle. And I'm very upset by this becoming a range battle. Like, you can't hear me, but I'm like, damn. Like, I should have just equipped a gun on Barrett. So I'm thinking, alright, well maybe he just does this for a little bit. No. He does this for quite a while. And then I'm realizing that if you stand like close to these tornadoes, they do damage, which is not fun. Not fun at all. I'm running around and struggling now. Don't worry, folks. I figure it out eventually. I think I even try using arrow to like get him down, but I think he's like immune to it. Some ridiculous thing. I try a few different things.
Nothing to worry about. Give me your best shot.
Anyway, what else can we talk about? Don't want to reveal later thoughts, even though I kind of already have. I've been playing I've been playing Resident Evil 5 with a friend of mine. That game's pretty fun.
It's on you.
Online multiplayer. And it's cheap right now, too. That's kind of cool. That's a cool thing going on. I think one of the problems of this generation of games is like when people think multiplayer, they think like Call of Duty, and there's not like many multiplayer modes that are not like 5v5, like just kill the other team stuff, you know? That's really kind of upsetting because you want, you want to have those multiplayer experiences, and they're just not available. I mean, why am I bringing that up during a Final Fantasy VII video? I do not think this game should be multiplayer. I definitely think the Final Fantasy experiences should be like a single-player experience focused on story. Although Final Fantasy X does have a multiplayer mode in it, where like you can, different controllers can control different characters separately, which is kind of cool. That could be kind of fun. You know, I never really found somebody to do that with completely, like through the whole game. But tried it a little bit. It's fun.
Deal with that.
I think some of the other Final Fantasies also have something similar, but there's no real like multiplayer mode. But it's kind of okay, right? Because they really are a single player kind of thing. And I think Resident Evil 5 kind of suffers because it's such a multiplayer experience. because you know, like when you're not, like you're always partnered up in that game, and when you're not with like a person playing, like your partner sucks. Like they just do. Like they're not fun. Either they have like a weak weapon and they're not helping out, or they have a strong weapon and they're like headshotting everything before you can like even interact with it. Like it's really weird. Yeah, so I'm trying arrow on this fucking monster. It's flying in the sky. It's either like not effective or it's straight up immune, and I'm getting frustrated and I'm getting pissed off that like they would make a fight where an entire phase of the fight is the monster is in the air, and right around the time where they start giving you melee weapons for Barret. Like, I'm so furious at this point.
Let's do it.
And I'm like trying to like get Cloud and Tifa to jump up in the air and hit it, but they just won't. Yeah, I was having the frustrations at this point. And then I hit him and he's immune for some reason, and I'm like, why? Why are you doing this to me?
It's all now.
Like it's some good hits in here. Yeah, this is I remember getting super frustrated at this part of the fight. I was just like, come on, like why would you do this? And I don't want to like quit and back out and change my setup and start from the beginning, you know? Which is another problem in this game, which I think I mentioned during the playthrough, is like a lot of the fights are, there's a specific way to do them correctly, and if you don't have that way equipped or on you or whatever, like the fight becomes a fucking drag, and there's no alternate like strategy. You know what I mean? There's no like other way to figure out the fight. Like Hell House is like that. This fight is apparently like that. Like I didn't bring enough range stuff, and I didn't equip all the characters with magic, so this is a slog. You know, and that's what it is. Is the fight doesn't become like, it's not hard. It's just slow. You know, and you're just taking damage while you can't deal damage to the thing you can't reach, or the thing that's resistant to your damage, or the thing that's immune to you. You know, like some fights, like the monsters are immune to physical attacks, and maybe your team is like Cloud and Tifa, and that's what you have is physical attacks, right? So like, what do you do? Like, you know, you don't know. Like, I guess they kind of want you to outfit your party for like any situation, but the materia slots are so limited, so you know, in this game, that you that becomes difficult too. You know, it's like a little, some pet peeves. I do like the fighting system; it's fun to play, but like there's some issues. You know, there's some issues with the execution and the you know, the systems in the game. So finally, I stagger him and he falls to the ground. And once again, I'm just like, limit breaks, please. Please, limit breaks. Please do damage to this fucking thing. I think I'm gonna go for Infinity's End, but I think I'm gonna miss. Yeah, it's actually so long. I even miss his face. Like, I completely miss. And it hurts my soul, even now. But at least he's gone back to the original phase, or the original like stage of the fight where I can actually hit him. So I'm just like, pour damage into this fucking snake, into this fucking eel. Put the damage in, please. Please put damage in. I don't want to get to phase 2 again, somehow. And I don't want to get tidal waved and lose it all, you know? I'm also noticing that Barret doesn't really have any air melee attacks. He just like kind of hits on the ground, which is really frustrating because this enemy is in the air. Oh boy, my throat. got so dry that I just gagged. Ugh. Alright. So I think at this point I'm like stealing myself. I'm preparing to end this battle as quickly as I possibly can. Sending Barrett in there. Taking damage on purpose just to get limit breaks. I think I'm gonna like get everybody to do something and then just send Cloud in with the limit to try to finish it off. Either that or I save it for when he's charging up his tidal wave. There he is. There he is. Use the cheat trap. Use it. Yes, there we go. Pound into the snake. And then he leaves. I don't think I realized at this point, like, if Arrow's even doing anything. Okay. No, he's taking off. This is no good. This is muy mal. Heal Barrett up because he is absorbing the damage we take. So I do the big heal. The big heal. The not so big heal. Now I'm just waiting for this stupid snake to just be in my reach. Okay, so now he's doing tidal wave. So I'm just like, kill it! Kill it! Oh! I knocked the fuck out of him.
Nothing to it.
Love that spin. Love it. Wish it was after. Go away, Chadley. I hate you. I hate you so much. Oh my god.
You can cleanse the world of the Shinra Scourge.
I will cleanse the world of you before I do Shinra. Alright, later everybody. See you next time.